Hello students. So today we will start new lesson 6, more on Photoshop CC. So see in this, Adobe Photoshop is basically used for retouching and editing the photograph to make them look attractive and appealing. So in this Adobe Photoshop, we uh, enhance the look and feel of the photographs by changing its color, by removing the spots from the faces, and see, this Adobe Photoshop provides the various painting tools to retouch and edit an image, which are the follows. Now see what are the editing tools, painting tools. Here see the painting tools, brush tool, history of the brush tool, and the gradient tool. Now see what provides this brush tool. This brush tool is a basic tool used to create the smooth strokes of the foreground color in an image. So with the help of this brush tool, we paint a certain shape or the image. You can set various options in the options bar, which include brush preset picker, and this preset picker option provides you with a large number of pre-designed brush presets that you can use. So you can also change the diameter of the brush by moving the size slider. So the diameter of the brush means you can make the brush more thicker so that the shade, the color, you will get a wide range. So the mode, it allows you to select and set the painting mode from drop down list. Now the opacity, this option allows you to set the level of transparency of the brush strokes. So the opacity means you will get the image uh, and as the color will be there, the image, the level of the transparency is increased, so you can see the text behind the image also. Flow, the flow option determines how quickly the brush tool applies the paint. That is the flow option, how the brush will move on the image. See, follow the steps to use the brush tool. How we can use the brush tool? We open an image, right click on the quick selection tool and choose the magic band tool with tolerance settings 32. And you can select the area where you want to apply the brush tool. Suppose the grass area is selected here to apply the brush tool. As you can see in the figure 6.3, the grass area is selected. Now select the brush tool from the tools panel or press shortcut key B on the keyboard. Select the desired brush style from the brush preset picker, say grass in the legacy brushes option that you have picked. Now after that we click on the set foreground color box in the tools panel. Now the color picker foreground color dialog box will appear and we select the desired color. Now here we have the chosen dark green color, and after that we select the light green background color from the set background color box, and after that we click on OK. So notice the grass strokes being made on the selected portion of the image, and press Ctrl plus D to deselect the selection. Now you can see that tip foreground color is used to paint and fill, and also used for stroke selections, and background color is used to make the gradient fills and fill color in the erased area of the image. By default the foreground color is black and the background color is white. Now see the pencil tools. This pencil tool is used to draw a freehand drawings, as you can see here on the screen, figure 6.6, how the curves are drawn with the freehand. So how you get this pencil tool? Right click on the brush tool and choose the option pencil tool from the tools panel. Select the required options for the tool from the options bar. Click on the set foreground color box in the tool panel. So the color picker foreground color dialog box will appear and you select the desired color, and after that you can click on OK. Now drag the pointer to draw a desired shape as shown in figure 6.6. Now the next is the color replacement tool. So this tool replaces the existing color of an image with the foreground color. Now right click on the brush tool and you can select the color replacement tool from the menu. Flight widget appears. Now the pointer shape changes to the target symbol. Choose an appropriate color, say blue, from the set foreground color box in the tools panel. Now drag the mouse pointer over the area of the image where color is to be replaced, such as the big red mushroom here you can see in figure 6.7. As you drag the cursor, The Photoshop continuously samples the color that is under the crosshair in the center of the mouse pointer, and this color will be replaced with the current foreground color which you selected the blue, as you can see. Here the use of color replacement tool with the blue foreground color selected. Now the tolerance. This tolerance determines how closely the color should be matched for sampling. The default value is 30% for the tolerance. Specifying a higher value selects the wide range of colors, whereas specifying a lower value selects the colors that are closer to the pixel. So limits allow you to specify whether only the color for adjacent pixels containing the same color should be replaced, or the color of the non-adjacent area should be replaced as well. Now see the mixer brush tool. What is this? So this tool allows you to paint a more realistic way by mixing the colors on the canvas. So combining colors on a brush and varying paint wetness across a stroke. So by mixing the color you can get a different shades of colors. Now right click on the brush tool and select the mixer brush tool from the tools panel. Now press the alt key from the keyboard and click on a point in the image or from where you want to load the paint for the brush. Now here we have loaded the brush with the blue color of the background, and alternatively you can select a foreground color from the set foreground box in the tools panel. Now here you have observed, and here you will observe that the current brush load swatch in the options bar reflect the color or the pattern that you have chosen from the canvas. Now you drag the mouse pointer on the image to paint with a mixture of current brush load and the existing color of the image as shown in the figure 6.8. Now retouching tools. Retouching tools, see, as you can, the spot healing brush tool to remove the spot, clone stamp tool to create a clone duplicate copy, and the eraser tool to erase. Now see the blur tool to make a certain portion of the image blur, and a dodge tool. So these tools help you to change the appearance of the selected area of the image. Now see spot healing brush tool, what it does. So this tool help us to repair the imperfection like the blemishes, dark spots, scratches, or other unwanted elements from an image. So open an image, select the spot healing brush tool. As you can see in the figure 6.11, this baby's face over this face many that marks are there. So with the help, we choose the brush size from the option bars and click and drag the spots to get it repaired. And now you can see the after image of the face, all the marks on the face of these boys are removed. Now see the note hand brush healing brush tool is also work in a similar manner. The only difference between the spot healing brush tool and the healing brush tool is that in the latter means the healing brush tool you have to define a source point and then paint over the imperfection. So press alt key and click on the image to define a source point. Next is the patch tool. So with the help of this patch tool you can select the unwanted elements from an image and replace them with the matching content from the surroundings. So this tool is quite similar to the healing brush tool, except that with the patch tool you can define the selection where you want to apply the effects to use this tool. So here see many patches are there as the boy's face, figure 6.12. Use of the patch tool, the region is selected. So right click on the spot healing brush tool and select the patch tool from the tools panel, and in the options bar click on the drop down list adjacent to the patch. Now and choose the content aware patch made from the displayed list. After that you drag a line with the patch tool around the part of the image to be replaced. Now drag the selected selection over the area from which you want to generate the fill. Now next is the content aware move tool. So this tool is used to select and move or extend any part of an image to another area within the same image without the use of layer and mask. So this tool is used to select or move the or extend any part of the image to another area within the same image without the use of layer and mask. See how this content aware move tool is used. Right click on the spot healing brush tool and select the content aware move tool from the tools panel. So drag the mouse pointer to select the area that is to be removed. So here you can see in the figure this the small baby of the lion, that cub is selected. Now see it is moved behind the lion. So drag the mouse pointer to select the area that is to be removed. Now click and drag the selected area to different location. Here we have selected the cup. You will observe that the cup, that the hole which is left behind get filled with the matching elements from the surroundings. Now next is the clone stamp tool. See, this clone stamp tool allows you to duplicate the part of the image by taking the sample pixels from the image and cloning them onto another area. So clone works better than copying. It's copying as it retains the soft edges on details and give more realistic duplicate image with the help of the clone stamp tool. See how you use the clone stamp tool. As you can see, open an image here of image of the flower is open and select the clone stamp tool. Here the image of flower is open and you have selected the clone stamp tool. Now select the brush type and change its size. Select the brush type and change its size or hardness. Select the blend mode of your choice and you can set the opacity for the stroke and other options for the tool in the options bar. Now to define a sampling source, hold down the Alt key. The cursor shape changes to the target symbol in the plus. Click on the area of the flower image to be cloned. Now that area, when you click, while you drag, a plus sign appears on the original flower image while a corresponding circle appears on the clone image. Now you can save the image and close it. As you can see in the figure 6.15, the clone of the flower is created. So this is all for the today students. In the next class we'll study about the blur tool, sharpen tool and the smudge tool. So this is all for today, and one more thing I have to say that I have uploaded the answers of lesson 4, 5 and 6 on the Google Classroom. So from there you note down in your notebook and so the syllabus for your half yearly exam is lesson 1 to 6. So prepare well for the exam. So this is all for the today students. Thank you for your kind attention.